Hello everyone, this is Shiraz Ahmad Khan. Today it's our second lecture of Microsoft Excel. If you recall, last time we learned the basic skills which are required to understand the interface of Microsoft Excel, and we also solved the very first task of the book that is given in chapter number 20 of ICT book endorsed by Cambridge University. Now we are in a position to start the second task of the book. But before starting that task, we are going to learn few more basic skills which are required to have command over Microsoft Excel. So before starting the next task, let me show you that what we are going to learn today using Microsoft Excel. First of all, we'll see that how to format the contents of the cells, the variety of options for the alignment of the contents in the cells. What do we mean by wrap text? How it works? The merge and center inbuilt option of Microsoft Excel, and a very interesting and useful series of autofill options, along with copy and paste values and formulae, because there is a slight difference between copying and pasting a value and copying and pasting a formulae. Similarly, in the end, before leaving, we'll learn a very deep concept in Microsoft Excel, the concept of relative referencing. So I have given you an overview of today's contents. In order to learn all these things, we need not to have a specific file of Excel with us. We do not need any source files for it. So we just need to open a blank document in MS Excel and we'll highlight these things in Microsoft Excel. So let's start, and in order to continue, I would like you to open a blank workbook in Microsoft Excel. So here we have a blank workbook in front of us. There is no need to save the file because we are just going to practice and experience the things which are already mentioned in the outline of today's lecture. So let's start. The first thing about today's lecture is how to format the text. Let me tell you that formatting the text in MS Excel, it's not different from Microsoft Word or other software which are available in computer, except one thing, that in rest of the software like Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, you type text in the document or in a page. But as we learned last time, that in Microsoft Excel, we do not have documents with us. Rather, we have an Excel workbook that is in the form of a two-dimensional table. So here we are to type everything inside the cell, whether it's a number or character or group of characters, I mean to say text or a formula. Whatever we want to type, we are to type it inside the cell. So here I'm typing two different values, one numeric value and another a label or text, and then we'll see how to format this text by using different options available in Microsoft Excel. I'm typing a label along with two digits under it. So now let's see, if you Uh, Look at the Home tab that's available here. We have font group or section in it, and this font group or section, it's almost identical to the font group of Microsoft Word, and applying all these things onto the text, it's exactly the same as we can apply it in Microsoft Word. The only difference is, instead of selecting the text, you just need to highlight that cell, I mean to place the cell pointer over that cell. So right now, select A1 is selected. It means whatever we do, it will be applied onto the contents of cell A1. For example, let's make it bold with the help of this icon. Look, just after clicking this icon, it's now a bit thicker than the previous one. Similarly, you can apply this, you can underline it, you can change the font style of this text, you can increase the size by replacing this value with another value, you can increase or decrease the size with the help of these two icons as well, increasing and then decreasing. So whatever you want to do, just make use of these icons available in the font group of Home tab. So whatever you do, it will be applied onto the contents of the selected cell. Similarly, you can apply the font color by using these options. You can apply a background or shading color for this. You may observe the slight differences of applying these things onto the contents of the cells as compared to applying these things onto the data that is available in the document of Microsoft Word. So far, so good. We have learned the basic formatting in Microsoft Excel, that how to apply these formatting tools onto the contents of the cell, any particular cell. You can select more than one cells at a time and apply this or these types of formats onto them as well. So right now, just after applying this, I'm going to just remove the whole formatting. I'm removing it step by step. Later on, we'll see that can we apply it or can we remove the formatting all at once. We'll learn this thing. So now I'm removing the whole formatting and I'm just converting it into the regular font by using the comparatively lengthier method. Now we have learned the basic formatting. Now let's see the that how can we align the text. If you recall, viewers, in Microsoft Word video lectures, we learned that apart from the contents of the table in Microsoft Word, we have basic three types of alignments with us. That is right alignment, left alignment, and center alignment. Likewise, in Excel, we have the basic three formats with us. For example, currently the cell A2 is selected, and here we have those basic three alignment icons with us. By default, as we discussed yesterday, that when you enter a numeric value, automatically Excel aligns it to the right corner of the cell. If you want to align it left, you can align it this way. You can center align the contents, or even you can right align the contents of the cell. Right now, for example, in cell A1, currently because it's a text value, it's left aligned. If you want to center align it or left align it or right align it, you can perform these by clicking onto these icons. As far as the basic alignment is concerned, these three icons can be used for this purpose. Along with these three basic alignment settings, we have three more alignment options with us. These three are: you can align the contents inside the cell to the top border of the cell, in the center of the cell, middle, and in the bottom right or bottom center portion of the cell. So now I'm increasing the height of it to make the impact of this action more clearer to you. Right now, if you observe that the contents of this cell are right aligned and are placed in the bottom of the cell, as it's very clear to you that it's placed in the bottom of the cell. Let's see the impact of these options. Here we have top align. If you click it, it will start touching the top border of the cell. Similarly, you can place it in the middle of the cell. And if I increase the width to look at its action more clearer, now we can play with these options. Left align, it actually means that right now the contents are in the middle of the cell as well as onto the left side of the cell. I can choose this option or this option. This way, now the contents are in the center of the cell, but they are touching the top border of the cell as well. So we have chosen top from these options, the top three, and we have chosen center from these options. So these three are the additional alignment options available in Microsoft Excel. By the way, they are also available in Microsoft Word, but only for the tables. For rest of the text in the document, they do not work. These options, they are available in Microsoft Word for the tables only. Because in Excel, the whole sheet, it's in the form of a table, the combination of rows and columns. That's why they are available for each and every cell of Microsoft Excel. Now, once the things are learned, I'm converting it back to its original format. And for this purpose, I am using the shortcut key that you all are familiar with, that is Control Z, to undo whatever is applied. So now we have from where we took start when we opened the Excel sheet. Now the things are in the regular format. Let's see that what is given in that the next thing is, so far we have learned that how to format the contents of the cell or cells and how to align the contents inside the cell. Now we are going to see another very interesting option for us, that is merge and center. These options are almost identical to the options available in Microsoft Word, but the method and the way they work, it's a bit different. By merge, we mean that we want to combine different cells. And center means once the merger is done, I mean different cells are merged, then automatically Excel will align the contents of those cells in the center of those cells. Because once the merger is done, it means more than one cells, they are converted into a single cell. And once you have a single cell, Excel, by choosing this option, will center align the contents of those cells. Usually, let me tell you that where do we need this option. Usually we need this option that when you have a large Excel sheet and you want to place a heading for the whole sheet. In that case, after typing the heading, and you know that Usually the headings, they are placed at the top of the sheet. So once the heading is typed in A1, you can, increase its size, apply different formatting to it. And once everything is done, you can select different cells. For example, I am selecting cells from A1 to E1 because I know that this heading I want to expand this heading over these 5 cells. So once all the cells are selected, just click this option once. It will merge these 5 selected cells and it will center align the contents into that merged one single cell. Let's do it. Look, once the option is clicked, the cells are not only merged, but the value that was previously in cell A1, it is placed in the center of these cells. One more thing along with it, that this merger is not only for the cells in the horizontal form. You can merge the cells vertically as well, this way. You can merge these cells as well, merge and center. Look, all the selected cells are converted into a single cell. Basically, it's not a conversion. We should call it merger. And whatever you type here after the merger is done, it will be placed in the center of this one single cell that was previously comprised of 11 different cells. That's it about merge and center. Once again, I am repeating that undo key to come back to the regular text. Next, we have wrap text with us. Look, when you just mouse over, it's showing us the details about the wrap text option, that how it works. You understand it, and you can understand it in a better way if you type long text here, and we'll see that how the text would be wrapped. For example, I am just replacing it with practice general actions in Excel. Enter key. Look, it's covering, although the value is typed in A1, but apparently it's overlapping on B1, C1 and D1. Now we have different options with us. You can use merge and center, or you can wrap the text. Look, once after clicking the wrap text option, automatically the height of the row is increased and the cells are, the content inside that particular cell, they are adjusted. Basically, the height of the row is adjusted according to the contents inside the cell A1. Now everything is visible, one thing. Secondly, everything is visible in the cell A1 instead of previously it was occupying B1, C1 and D1 as well. So this is the use of wrap text. I have just undone everything again. Viewers, next we are going to learn a bit technical thing in today's lecture, that is fill series. And in order to understand how fill series it works and what are the advantages hidden behind this option, we are to remove everything from the Excel sheet, and we will then see that how all of these they work. You can press the shortcut key Control A, that is a shortcut key of select all, and once everything is selected you can press delete or del key to remove the contents from the cells. Now in order to understand that how it works, you just need to type a single digit in the cell A1, like I'm typing a single value 1. Once the value is typed, press enter key to move to the next cell and then come back. Now the cell A1 is again selected. Now slowly move your mouse pointer at this bottom corner of this cell, and automatically the shape of the mouse pointer is changed into crosshair. It actually means something. Now click the left mouse button and drag this crosshair downwards and release it at A10 and see that what is happening. Look, this is basically when you have a single value, and if you want to replicate it to rest of the cells or up to a certain point, you need not to press the shortcut keys or any other methods like copy paste, because Excel, it's purely designed for mathematical tasks. So it's giving us some useful tools this way. So this is the one flavor of fill series. Let me repeat it. Type a single value, any value, and if you want to replicate this value downwards, rightwards, anywhere, just select that cell, place the cell pointer there, move the mouse pointer near the bottom right corner of that particular cell, and when the shape of the pointer is changed into crosshair, click the mouse left button, hold it down and drag it downwards, and automatically the value is copied there. Now let's see another flavor of this option, the fill series. This time place the mouse pointer near it, click the left mouse button, but this time along with it press the control key from the keyboard as well. So what we are doing now, let me repeat it, that we are moving the mouse pointer near the right border, the bottom right corner of the cell A1, and once its shape is changed from into crosshair, along with it press the control key along with the mouse left button and drag it downwards and see the magic. And once it is reached at the point, release both of these, the left mouse button and the control key, and see that what's happening with us. This time the scenario is entirely different as compared to the previous one. Last time it replicated the value, and this time when we pressed control button along with the left mouse button, it actually generates the series, the very next number to this number, and so on, so forth. So this is the second flavor of the fill series option. Let's learn few more things regarding this. This time I'm typing a value, a digit 5 in B1, another digit 10 in B2. After both of these values are typed, if you observe, basically we are going to generate a series with the difference 5. A mathematical series, you can better understand the mathematical terminologies. Series means that the between the starting and ending point, we have equal difference between all the values. So now basically our intention is to generate a series with the difference 5. So let's do how it works. Once again, repeat the same process. Move the mouse pointer here at the bottom right corner of the second cell after both of these values are selected, and now simply drag it downwards. This time you need not to press the control key along with it in order to generate the series. So far we have learned three different methods of generating the series or replicating the values. One method is to type a single value in one cell, move the mouse pointer near the bottom right corner of the cell, left mouse button, click it, hold it down and drag it downwards. It will replicate the value up to the cells when you release the mouse left button. In case of generating the very next number to that particular value and keep on generating that series, you need to press the control button from the keyboard along with the left mouse button and drag it downwards. And in order to generate a particular series, we need to type two values and then select both of the values, place the cursor again at the bottom right corner of the second cell, press the left mouse button, hold it down and scroll it downwards. This way we would be able to generate the series with the difference between the first two values that we manually entered into the two cells. Now let's see few more things about it. This series is automatically, it can be generated on the basis of month names or the day names. Let's see how it works. I'm typing a single day in cell C1. Now repeating the same process. Look, automatically it is changed to mouse here. I am clicking the left mouse button and dragging it downwards. Look, this time the action was the same as we did for a single digit, but the output is entirely different. If it's a single value, Excel will replicate it, but if it's a day name, Excel understands that it's a day name. It will generate the series of the days one after another. I'm setting it to the context, and same is true for the month names as well. March is entered in D1. Repeat the same process, hold it down and drag it downwards. Look, this action, the last two actions are same for days of the week and for months in a year. For your assignment, you can experiment it on the dates as well. You can enter a particular date in one cell and check it yourself that when you repeat the same process for it, how it works. I hope I successfully elaborated the concept of fill series and the different flavors of the fill series option as well. Now let me show you that apart from these shortcuts, the same option is available in the Home tab and in the Editing section of the Home tab as well. And here we have this fill option with us. If you just click this drop down arrow, it will drop down the list and you can generate the series rightwards, upwards, leftwards or even downwards. But for this purpose, you'll have to keep in mind that in order to make use of these options, you'll have to select those cells first. For example, let's see this a single example of it. I'm entering 2 in E1. Now, in order to replicate this value up to this point, we'll have to select all the cells first, click fill and click down option. It actually means that fill the cells downwards. Look, the same value is replicated in all the cells under that cell E1. So you can generate the series, you can replicate the values this way or by making use of this option. And one more thing I would like to add in this discussion, that it's that replicating the values, it's not only true for the numbers, it's applicable for the text values and formulae as well. Let's see how it works. Now a single value is entered in the cell F1 and I want to replicate it in the cells under it. Look, the same action, it worked for the text and the same action worked for the numbers as well. And the same action is true for the formulae as well, and very shortly we'll see that how it works in the case of formulae as well. So that's all about the fill series option. And the last thing, uh, that is certainly not the least one, the last thing of today's lecture is how to cut, copy and paste the contents from one cell to another cell. So in order to do that, I'm again pressing the shortcut key Control A. Everything is selected, and now I'm pressing the Del key to remove the contents from all the cells together. Now again I'm typing a few values here. And a few more values here. And once this typing is done, and if you want to copy something, just select the contents and press the shortcut key, that is Control C. It started blinking. We discussed the same thing for the CSV files during the video lectures for Microsoft Word, that when you copy in Excel, the behavior is a bit different, and the Excel is behaving this way, that a blinking bar, it starts appearing around all the four corners of that particular cell. It is basically an indication that the contents are copied from this cell to the clipboard. So once the copying is done, you can move your cell pointer to any other cell and you can paste it with the help of shortcut key, that is Control V, or you can just right click onto this cell and choose the paste option, the very first from this context menu. Both, they work the same way, the behavior remains the same. Now we have seen how to copy the contents from, how to copy the numerical values from one cell to another cell. Now let's see how can we copy the text from one cell to another cell. The procedure remains the same, there is no difference at all, and the output will remain the same as well. It actually means I just want to say that there is no difference between copying the numbers and pasting them, or copying the labels or text and pasting them. There is no difference at all in between these two options. You just need to press the shortcut key, that is Control C, or right click onto it and click copy option from this context menu. The same thing is happening. One more thing, that if you copy something mistakenly, and if you just want to remove this selection or remove this highlighting, blinking, irritating bar around the corners of the cell, you can press the escape key anytime from the keyboard to just remove this selection. Look, I have just pressed escape key and the copied stuff, it stopped working. So now press the shortcut key Control C, go to any other cell and press Control V to copy the contents into the cell H2. And last time we learned how to fit the contents, fit the width of the cell according to the contents inside it. You just need to double click this column divider. So viewers, we have learned today's lecture. It's mixture of different things. We took start from formatting the text, then we moved towards the alignment of the contents inside the cell. Then we saw that fill flavors, different flavors of the field series option. We also learned how to copy and paste the text. So that's it for today. Stay blessed. See you during the next video lecture. Thank you very much.